All right, let's get into it. We are about to crack open a biological mystery that honestly sounds like it's straight out of a spy novel. It's a story about secret messages, unwitting accomplices, and a fortress that seemed totally impenetrable until now.
I mean, think about that for a second. It's a pretty chilling thought, right? That a cancer could actually hijack one of the most basic systems in our body, the very network that lets us feel the world, and then use it as a shield. Well, it turns out this isn't science fiction. It's exactly what scientists are uncovering right now.
So our story really begins with a particularly tough enemy, a type of cancer that has learned to build this incredible defense system, a fortress that keeps our best treatments from getting in. We're talking about triple-negative breast cancer, or TNBC for short. It's known for being one of the most aggressive and tricky subtypes to deal with. The reason it gets that name is because it's missing the three common receptors that a lot of our current targeted therapies go after. That leaves doctors with way fewer options.
Now, in the fight against a lot of cancers, our biggest gun is immunotherapy. It's designed to basically supercharge our own immune system to hunt down and kill cancer cells. But for some reason with TNBC, it often just falls flat. The immune cells can't seem to even get to the tumor. And the big question that's been puzzling scientists is, why?
Okay, so this diagram really shows you the problem perfectly. Over here on the left, you've got a non-responder case. You see the tumor, that orange mass in the middle. And all around it, those are the immune cells, your body's own army, ready to attack. But they're just stuck. They're being blocked by this dense physical barrier, a fortress wall that the tumor built around itself. It's a phenomenon called immune exclusion. So to figure out how to breach this wall, scientists had to look for clues inside the fortress itself. And what they found there was completely unexpected. They found a potential enemy hiding in plain sight.
So take a look at this microscope image. Those darker clumps, those are cancer cells. But look closer. See what's wrapping around them, what they're all tangled up in? Those are nerves. This really intimate invasion of nerves by cancer is called perineural invasion, or PNI. And researchers started seeing a lot of it in these resistant tumors.
And this discovery, it just sparked this huge question. Could these nerves, which are supposed to be part of our body's own communication network, have been turned? Were they secretly acting as collaborators, maybe even sending messages that help the tumor build and maintain its fortress?
The first big clue dropped when they analyzed what kind of nerves were inside these tumors, and the number was just staggering. A full 70% of all the nerve fibers they found belonged to one specific type.
And the main culprits? Sensory neurons. Yep, the exact same nerves responsible for our sense of touch and temperature and pain. It turns out they weren't just feeling the tumor's presence, they were actively communicating with it.
So, okay, once the endospies were identified, the next job was to crack their code. How exactly were these nerves helping the tumor? Scientists had to figure out a way to intercept their secret messages. Now, what they found was this incredible chain of command. So first, the tumor cells themselves, they send out a signal called nerve growth factor, or NGF. This signal is what activates the sensory neurons. Then, in response, those neurons release their own message, a molecule called CGRP. This message gets picked up by another group of cells called cancer-associated fibroblasts, the CAFs. You can think of them as corrupt builders. And once they get the signal from the nerves, these builders just go crazy producing collagen. And that's what creates that thick fortress wall that keeps our immune cells out.
And this right here, this illustrates that whole secret conversation perfectly. Just look at the bottom half of the diagram. You can trace the signal from the tumor, which releases NGF. That message goes to the sensory neuron, which then fires off CGRP. The CGRP signal is picked up by the CAFs, and then they start pumping out collagen, which leads directly to that fortress wall and immune exclusion. It's a beautifully sinister system, really.
So, if the whole fortress is built on a secret communication channel, what happens if you can just cut that channel off? This is where the story gets really, really cool. This is the breakthrough. The logic was actually pretty simple, but totally profound. If you can intercept the message going from the nerve spies to the corrupt builders, you can stop construction of the wall completely. The entire defense system could, in theory, just crumble.
And that is exactly what they did. On the left is the non-responder we saw before. The fortress is up, immune cells are totally locked out. But now look at the right. This is the responder. Scientists used a drug that specifically blocks that CGRP signal from the nerves. And look what happens. The fortress crumbles. The immune army, your T cells, your NK cells, they just flood right into the tumor, ready to do their job. The spy's message was intercepted.
And this isn't just a diagram.
They actually saw this happen in real tumor tissue. In these images, that pinkish-red stain you see is collagen, the bricks of the fortress wall. On the left, in an untreated tumor, you can see it's everywhere. It's thick, it's dense. But on the right, after they used the drug to block the nerve signal, the collagen is dramatically reduced. The wall is practically gone.
So, what does this all mean for the bigger picture? Well, this discovery isn't just about one drug or one type of cancer. It opens up a whole new way of thinking about how to fight back. It basically forges a powerful new alliance.
So here's the bottom line. We now have a completely new strategy. The plan is to combine two types of drugs. One, to tear down the fortress wall by blocking that nerve signal. And a second, immunotherapy, to give the immune system the green light to attack. This combo has the potential to turn patients who don't respond to immunotherapy into ones who do. And bigger than that, it reveals this deep, fundamental connection between our own nervous system and cancer's ability to defend itself.
You know, in the end, this is really a story about the power of cracking a code. The tumor's ability to hijack our nerves was its greatest defense. But by decoding that secret language, we can turn that very same system against it, making its greatest strength its biggest weakness. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? If nerves and tumors are having these complex conversations, what other secret dialogues are happening inside of us right now, just waiting for us to discover them? The answers could change everything we think we know about health and disease.